This is a Gree mini-split air conditioner circuit board. While working on its repair, we encountered several issues, which I believe you must have seen in the first part of this video. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend checking out part 1 to understand the work we have already done. Now, let me guide you through the steps to check and diagnose the issues with this PCB. Keep in mind that every faulty PCB comes with a unique situation. The fault is never the same every time, even if the error code might appear similar. Sometimes, the error code remains the same, but the underlying fault is different. Let's proceed and see what problem this PCB is causing, as it is currently showing an E6 error. So far, the communication appears to be fine. Let's investigate further. As you can see, there is an issue with this capacitor here, as well as with the other capacitor. Let me show you. This capacitor and the other one are also damaged. Now, based on this observation, we will systematically check all the relevant points one by one. I have already tested several components, and I will show you what needs to be done. The next step is to check the low voltages on the PCB. There are 3 capacitors here, and different voltages are passing through them, transferred from the chopper circuit. We will now test these capacitors to see the voltage levels. Now let's check the voltages on capacitors C26, C67, and C20. These capacitors are showing different voltage levels, so we will verify if the expected voltages are present. First, we will turn on the PCB, supply power to it, and as you can see, it has turned on and the switching is active. Now we will measure the voltages using the multimeter. On the first capacitor, we see 12 volts, which is correct. Moving to the second capacitor, it shows 15 volts, which is also correct. Finally, on the last capacitor, it reads 5 volts, and this is also fine. So all the voltages on these capacitors are as expected. Let me explain something. As I mentioned in the previous video, in case you haven't watched it yet, voltage measurements work when the circuit is complete, from positive to negative. If you measure from positive to positive, you won't get any reading. Now, when we check from negative to positive, we see 15 volts here. Moving on to the UVW points, the voltages measured here are 14.66 volts. This indicates that there is no issue with the 15-volt supply. However, the problem lies in these capacitors, as they appear to have a short circuit. This is causing the issue. Let's turn off the PCB, remove these capacitors, and thoroughly check the resistance of the circuit to ensure there are no other problems. What we have done now is remove all the major components, such as the capacitors, the IPM, and the IGBT. Additionally, the double reactor has also been removed. By removing these components from the system, we can test them individually and get a clearer understanding of where the fault is occurring. This approach also makes it easier to check the smaller components systematically and ensure nothing is overlooked. The reason for removing all the capacitors and other components is that when everything is connected, it often becomes difficult to identify the faulty component accurately. By testing them individually after removal, we can clearly determine which component is faulty. Now, let me share the results with you to confirm whether these components are working correctly or not. Now, let me inform you that this Gree PCB is fully repaired and functioning properly. I will now share with you which components we replaced and where the issues were. However, the detailed process of checking proper voltages will be covered in a separate video. The reason for this is that many viewers tend to skip parts of the video, which leads to confusion and a lack of understanding. To address this, I will try to make a short, focused video that clearly explains everything, so it's easier for everyone to follow and understand. So, let me explain what we have done with this PCB to resolve the issues. First, we addressed the E6 communication error. To fix this, we replaced the optocoupler and also changed 2 diodes. After doing this, the communication system was restored and the error was resolved. However, another issue remained. The compressor was not starting. The reason for this was that high voltages were present on the high side, where 15 volts were fine, but on the low side, we weren't getting the required 15 volts. To fix this, we replaced the entire IPM module, which resolved the issue, and now the compressor is running properly. Additionally, both diodes connected to the IPM were replaced because such faults can often damage the IGBTs as well. Similarly, for the indoor PCB, we also replaced the communication optocouplers. This step helped restore proper communication between the indoor and outdoor units. In the next video, I will demonstrate the voltage testing process in detail so you can understand it more clearly. This way, you'll have a better grasp of all the steps involved in diagnosing and repairing these issues. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos, and subscribe. Thank you.